Hello and warm welcome to all. In today's session, we are going to discuss a sample question paper for paper code 21212. So let us begin with the MCQ questions. So the first question is this: a standard unit must have the following characteristics to be useful. So as we all know that a standard unit should be a well defined. That means we all can have a convenient definition that should be remain same for a with each and every aspects. It should not be changed because of the some kind of physical condition change, and it should be also relative. That means it should be not too big and too small, so it should be relevant, and it should have a proper definition that we can define it, and it should be convenient. So as you can see here that A, B and C are the all the one element of the definition, so D will be the answer for this question. That means a standard unit must have the all the above three characteristics, then that is going to benefit for us. Okay, so now the next question is derive the SI unit of power. So first of all, we should know the formula of power. Power is equals to work upon time. Now the formula for work is equals to force into displacement divided by time. So now again we can split this force is equals to mass into acceleration, and then this time. So if we will solve, the mass of the unit is kg and the mass of the acceleration is meter, meter 2, meter 1 divided by time 2, and then s. So by using by substituting all the SI units for this, we will find that it is going to be the solution number or the option number A. Now let us proceed with the question number 3. First part, it says that a compound forms between a metal and a non-metal. It is a either of ionic type, metallic type, covalent type, or none of these. So let's discuss each and everything. So metal always have an extra ion plus one, or you can say they have an extra electron which they want to donate, which they want to donate or transfer. So that means we can say that the valency of the metal ions is plus one, and the non-metals like chlorine, fluorine, bromine always have a tendency to accept one. So this is one. So when we talk about the covalent bonds, then it's not a donating or a taking. It's only about the sharing, that both the elements can share the electrons for their convenience in order to fulfill their octet. Now, so in only the proper donating happens in the ionic type of bond. So it is ionic type of bond. Okay. Now the second part of this third question is this, as this question in choice. So one of the question only you have to do. So those who want to do the one, so A will be the answer for this. Now let's proceed with the second part of this question. The reason of bonding in the ionic compounds is this is sharing of electrons, as we have, as I have just explained you that sharing in the ionic compounds does not take place. It's only about the totally donating. Repulsion is also if they are going to repel the electrons, and there will be no bonds formed. So see, attraction force is the answer for this, that because of the attraction, that one has positive or one wants to donate one electron and another wants to take one electron. So because of this opposite attraction only, that this ionic compounds are framed. So we we will mark here C as the answer. As I'll take a simple example, like sodium has a plus one valency and chlorine has a minus. So there will be a attraction between the two, and such we say that NaCl is formed. So this is because of the attraction between the two. Now let's proceed with the next type of the solution, which says that a matter substance, a a matter substance which has high melting point conducts electricity when dissolved in water and has a crystalline structure, probably has a type of the bond. As we know that only ions we get cations and anions only in the ionic bond only. Otherwise, in all others, we do have a sharing of electrons, right? So A will be the answer for this. Now let's proceed with the next second part. Which compound has ions held together by the electrostatic force? Again, when they are asking about the electrostatic force, that means there should be a proper sharing. So you can see here calcium sulfate is present. So this will be the answer, as calcium has a valency of +2 and whereas sulfate has a valency of -2. So B will be the answer for this question. Now let's proceed with the fifth question. Which of the following element is stable and generally do not form any kind of compound? So that how when an element is not going to create any kind of compound, or when they are not going to show any kind of reactivity, it is only possible when the octet of the, or you can say outermost shell of the atom is having the 8 electrons. Then we say that that is a stable configuration. So as if we go to the sodium, then we know that always there is a 1 electron present in the outermost. In potassium also, and in chlorine there is a valency that there is a 7 electrons and they wants to take one. So only neon, which is an ideal gas which has the uh, outermost shell with the 8 electrons. So B among the three, B will be the uh, element which is stable and which will not prefer to make any kind of compound with any of the things. Now let's proceed with the next question, which is which of the following physical quantity is closely related to the uh, momentum. So first is impulse, second is power, third one is force, and D1 is kinetic energy. So directly you can cancel this. Uh, Power is not going to be related because power is a formula, work upon time, and kinetic energy is also not associated, which is half into mv square. Okay, so now we are left with two options. Okay, many of you can think C should be the answer for this, but the answer to this question is impulse A, because impulse, we say that when there is a change, when we calculate the impulse, and we actually calculate the difference in the momentum, delta F, delta P do we calculate. So A will be the answer for this solution. Now let's proceed with the question number 7. Question number 7. Which of the following is true for the third law of the motion? So let's quickly recall what is the third law of the motion says. Third law of the motion says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, so now we'll go with one by one. Action reaction pair always acts on the same body. Then they act on different bodies in the opposite direction. Action reaction pairs have the same magnitudes and the same directions, act on either body at normal to each other. So we know that action reaction pair always acts on the same body, as I hope as we all know that the basic example for this, the how the bullet gunshot of bullet. So there are two different bodies. Okay, now action reaction always have a same magnitudes and the same direction? No. Okay, they don't have same direction and act on the body either to normal to each other. So this is also not gonna. So B is the answer. They act on the different bodies on the opposite direction. Now, which of the following is not the unit of energy? So, unit of energy, which of the following is not the unit of energy? So, unit of energy, joule is also a unit of energy. Newton meter, we can also write work done, है ना? Work is equals to energy. So, Newton meter can also be the unit for this. Kilowatt hour, kilowatt hour, this can also be a definition. Only kilowatt cannot be, because this is the formula for the, this is the unit for power. So C is going to be the answer for this. So now let's proceed with the ninth question. The potential energy of a body is maximum when? So as we know that when a body is at the rest only, then we know that the potential energy is maximum. So this is at the standing or at the rest position. Okay, now proceeding to the 10th question. A body is falling from a h height. After it has fallen to h by 2, it will possess. So as if as you can notice that if it is here, now it is h by 2. Okay, now it has to travel this one h by 2 also. Okay, this is at the midpoint. So here the mgh was maximum. So till here it should be half and the half of the kinetic energy should be half of the potential energy is going to be converted into the half of the kinetic energy. So C will be the answer for this. Which a person can receive the blood from a person of any blood group of her own blood group is. Okay, so as we know that O can only take the blood of O, A can take the blood group of O, A and AB. In the similar way, B. Okay, then D is the answer for this question, as D is a blood group which can take the which can which can accept the blood from all the above three and with the AB also. So now let's proceed with the next question of our part of this. A genetic disease may now be cured by radiotherapy, chemotherapy, hormone therapy, and gene uh, replacement therapy. So D is the answer for this. Now proceeding to the 12th part of this question, 12th part of this section. A child will be male because of the X chromosome, Y chromosome, the uh, German cell, and which determines the sex and the chance only. So it is only based on the Y chromosome. So B is the answer for this. In which one of the following types of the asexual reproduction does the parent give rise to a new individual uh, and lose its own identity? So the answer to this is only binary fission. So the answer is to this is A part. I hope you find this session well. See you in next. Thank you.